What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the rumored Halloween game that is in the works. Now, firstly, I want to thank Zombie Ninja 890 on Twitter. He sends me a bunch of articles, and I truly do appreciate it. And this is one that I can't ignore this. When I get sent something like this, it's like, oh my dear God. So I'm boil it down. Basically, it's a Halloween game, seemingly. This is all take with a grain of salt, but this is reportedly a game in the works from the makers of Friday the 13th. That'll probably be a lot like Friday the 13th. That could be the disappointing part. We'll talk about that in a second, but just overall, possibly getting a Halloween game, which, by the way, is extremely, I think, just epic overall, okay? Now, before I get too far into this, if you guys do like this stuff, make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up, and if you super like my content, I do have a second channel. I only do one video a day on that channel, so it's not as much as this one. It's called Podcast Now Plus. If you guys want to check it out, the link for it is in the description below. It would be awesome to have you guys over there, okay? So, all right. Now, again, like, the weakness of this is I'm not a big fan of I guess I don't want to be too harsh on them. I'm not a big fan of Gun Media, IllFonic, kind of iffy. I don't think they're terrible. I don't think they're the worst ever. I don't have like an evil agenda out against them, but I don't think like they're the greatest. So this comes from leaksbydaylight.com. So I assume this is a website that covers Dead by Daylight quite a bit. And this says, after being publisher of Friday the 13th the game, and by the way, they're publisher, but they also worked on it. It's very confusing. I can't really figure it out. IllFonic, I feel like, made most of Friday the 13th, but these guys published it, and I feel like these are the creators, the ones who actually came up with the idea, because they also had a part in the development of it, but it's pretty hard to figure out, where it all came from. If you guys know, definitely let me know in the comments below, though. So the Gun Media is working on a new project based on another horror icon. The confirmation comes from co-creator of, and so this is where I kind of got that, co-creator of Friday the 13th the game and CEO of Gun Media, who on Twitter shared some photos from the studios where the motion capture of the character is taking place, also confirming they are working on a new project. And this is what the person said: motion capture hits different when virtual, #GameDev, and they show basically the stage. And then, just to chill my TL, yes, this is for a new project. No, it is not for Friday the 13th. The one who's doing motion capture for this game is Kane Hodder, the actor who has already done the motion capture for Friday the 13th the game, and has also played several roles in the horror films, including Jason Voorhees in 5 films. And it's from him that we learned that the project for which he is performing the motion capture for is a horror franchise. Among the most likely franchises that Gun Media and Kane Hodder are working on, there's currently that of Halloween, okay? I guess there's also a Twitter thread where he talks about potential for, and I guess this is the game developer, where he talks about the potential for a new project growing stronger, and he was talking to people who worked with the actual Halloween movies. And this is not something I would say all that surprising. It was something that I would have put as like a hold your breath kind of thing, because like I really did want this. Actually, me and Degenerate Jay, we made a video on his channel several months ago, and we talked about like franchises that deserve games, horror franchises that deserve games. And I guess Evil Dead, there was a lot of people knew that game was coming like a year ago. We didn't. We talked about that in that video. So I would say inadvertently we predicted it, even though, again, I mean, I guess you can call us out. The game was already kind of known, but we didn't know. We didn't know anything about it. So we said Evil Dead, but we also said Halloween. So if this happens, by the way, we're 2 for 5. Scream was another one. Please, my God, can we have a Scream game? But no, honestly, a Halloween game makes a lot of sense. I guess the only issue is, would it be too similar to Friday the 13th? I don't really see them, even if we look at what, now IllFonic, Predator Hunting Grounds was published by Sony. It wasn't published by Gun Media, but they did publish, again, Friday the 13th, and they, again, had something to do with it, something to do with the creation of it. So I feel like the kind of games that they want to make are those more, like not open world, but you have an open map, you have a killer, and then you have people that are running from them. I don't really see it as a single player kind of thing. You could argue that the Halloween would kind of work maybe as a single player thing, but again, Halloween, similar enough, I would say, to Jason of Friday the 13th, and, even ironically enough, right, like Michael is in Dead by Daylight, which is another one that's kind of close to that. So I think it makes sense to do a game kind of similar to Friday the 13th, but again, it needs to be, well, number one, it needs to be much better. Now, I don't want that to be taken the wrong way, because I'm actually a massive fan. Friday the 13th is one of the things that actually kicked off this channel, that actually made this channel like anything, because before that, and before a couple other things in 2017, this this channel wasn't really active or wasn't really doing anything at all. But when that game came out, I went into it. They're some of my biggest videos of all time on this channel, and so I mean, I respect the game and I love the game in a kind of weird way at the same time. And I get the lawsuits and stuff like that prevented them from adding things to this game, but the game was kind of a mess. Okay, I think we can all kind of agree on that. So hopefully this one is a lot better. And again, they got to do something to make it unique. Now I'm sure they can. They could probably have Michael have different kind of like powers that Jason didn't have. Maybe have the people that are running from him or the objective of that to be different. So it's fun. Now, the fact that they're just doing motion capture now and that it sounds like they just started to do motion capture now isn't like alarming, but it's kind of sad, right? Because that means that they're not going to, there's I would say it's going to take some years, probably like 2 to 3 years before we get a game out of this. So there's still, I would say, quite a while here, but you know, this is good. These are horror franchises I think really do work or would work really well as a game. And you can debate what it would be. Like a Scream, like would Scream work as a like a cooperative or a like an online kind of game, or would it be like a single player stuff? You can kind of make the case for either. Halloween, same kind of thing. Even like an Evil Dead thing. Now again, Evil Dead has clearly gone like the 4v the army, but yet again they also have that mode where you can play as the zombie. So we'll have to see how Halloween does it. It doesn't have to be an online game. I just think that that's kind of it's kind of written on the wall, so that's what it's going to be. So pretty darn exciting. I would, you know, I'll be covering this as soon as we see anything about it or anything official about it or unofficial. If there's any more rumors on this, I'd love to cover it. So let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Do you think that this is a Halloween game? Would you be excited for it? What do you think it should do? What kind of features do you think it should have? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. Again, if you guys want to subscribe to my second channel, it's called Podcast Now Plus. The link for that is in the description below. Would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching. Have an awesome weekend. You know, maybe take a break from social media. It's been quite a week in the world, right? And I hope to see you all on the next video.